Hi, and welcome back to my channel, The Organised Mum Lifestyle. As you can see from my channel, we like taking our 2 and 3 year old on lots of adventures. We go to lots of different places, and we've just got back from a 5-week trip to the UK visiting family. But it is quite difficult when you're away to do things that are affordable, that keep children entertained, and you can continue on them adventures. We go on a lot of adventures around New Zealand, but it's not necessarily the expensive ones that the children enjoy the most. So here are my top tips for affordable things to do with toddlers when on holiday. Playgrounds, parks. I'm pretty sure every single video I feature a playground. I could do a video that is the guided tour of playgrounds around New Zealand or playgrounds around the UK. We went to a playground nearly every single day. Most of the time they are completely free. In New Zealand, the parking is always free at a playground. In the UK, we did find that parking was often paid for, but at least the playground was free. We found some awesome ones which the children loved, and it was a great opportunity for them to run around, burn some energy off. We usually went in the morning before Tilly's nap, and then sometimes again in the afternoon. I know we're always at a playground when we're out travelling around New Zealand. We often use playgrounds to break up our journey when we're travelling. Playgrounds are fantastic. Ask Google, go on Google Maps, where is the nearest playground? People have always left reviews. There's groups that I'm in on Facebook that tell me about playgrounds in New Zealand. There's some really fantastic ones, usually owned by the council, and I've definitely noticed since being away from the UK for 6 years that the UK's really improved their playgrounds and put a lot of design and investment into good playgrounds for children. If you're near a beach when you're away, get down to the beach. Outdoor, nature, fresh air, it's fantastic. Our kids love the beach. We live near the beach in Auckland, and we never have a weekend that goes by without a visit to a beach. Monty asked for the beach all the way through our holiday to the UK, but we went to the Midlands. We were 2 to 3 hours from the nearest beach. And I tried to explain to him, but he didn't understand. The closest we got was a sandpit at the farm park. So I can't recommend a beach for our UK trip, but it's certainly something that I would highly recommend if you're near a beach. Go to a beach, take a ball, take a bucket and spade. One of the things I do is I have a beach kit in the back of our car all the time, where we have a bucket, a spade, we have a towel, we have change of clothes, we have a ball, so it's all the things that we can play with, because quite often we'll go out to the shops and then we'll go to the beach on the way home. Going for a walk. Now this can be challenging sometimes when you've got a 3-year-old who refuses to walk. I miss the days of the pushchair, where we can just put them in the pushchair, but then also they need to burn some energy off. So we'll often go for a walk, and sometimes we'll be successful, give him a stick and we'll walk around and they'll play, and other times we end up just carrying him the whole way. So a walk can sometimes work, but maybe if it's near a playground or a beach, it's more effective. Could you make things a little bit more fun and do a picnic? Go and get some ingredients from the local supermarket or the lunch that you've already packed and go and eat it outside. Get a mat, get a rug down and sit and have a picnic, maybe at the playground or at the beach. Something we did a lot of when we were in the UK was farm parks. We went to quite a few farm parks, including the same one 3 times. You can see in my Mini Meadows video in Northamptonshire. It was a great way. Tilly really loves animals. She's really getting into feeding them and just loves animals. Monty's not so fussed, but he likes a day out and a bit of a run around, and usually they've got a good playground attached to them as well. So have a look for farm parks. If there's something where you can go, maybe spend the day or just a few hours, they're usually fairly affordable. Another top tip is public libraries. We go to our local library in Auckland and we enjoy getting books out, and they've got a nice little area where you can read books. They've got a little converted, actually cute caravan, which you can read books inside with beanbags. We go pretty much every 6 to 8 weeks to get a few books out that the children read, and we take them out and get a few more. You can do this when you're away. You don't have to join the library because you don't have to take the book away, but you could go, particularly on a rainy day, go to your local public library. We've done this a few times around New Zealand, particularly in Christchurch, where we've gone to the library, had a look at a few books, spent a bit of time there, and maybe got a coffee afterwards. Splash pads and swimming pools. We go to a lot of swimming pools and splash pads in New Zealand. Splash pads are great because they're sometimes free, they're part of a playground, or sometimes they're affordable as part of the local swimming pool, and they're often outside in the New Zealand good weather. In the UK, the weather's not as reliable, but we did find an awesome splash pad in Twycross Zoo, which Monty really enjoyed. So have a look out for maybe local swimming pools, just going for a swim, particularly on rainy days, that's quite good, or even a splash pad in your local area. Public transport. Could you go on a train? Could you go on a bus? There are affordable ways of doing something exciting. Getting on a train, we went on a steam train, it was really exciting, it was part of a day trip, but the kids certainly remember and they love watching the video back. Or maybe there's a tram you can go on. Variety, children love to go to different places in different ways. Maybe you could try that. Have a look to see what public transport you could have a go on whilst you're away. Outdoor play. I'm a big fan of outdoor play, no matter where we are or what the weather. I often say there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing, although I have been in a few situations where I've been tested on that one. Particularly, we went to a tank festival in the Midlands in the UK, and it was a very cold, wet day. And I have to say, I got to the point where it was a little bit too cold. The kids had their coats, jumpers and zip up all in ones on top of that with their wellies on top, and it was getting a little bit too cold. But outdoor play is always good. Can they play with sticks, rocks? If you're just playing in an outdoor public space, maybe in the garden, can you use your imagination and a bit of storytelling to have a go with outdoor play? Museums. Check out your local museum when you're away. Museums are really good. They're often council funded and they're sometimes free, if not a small donation, with lots of things to look at. There's usually a whole area that's set up for children. We love Auckland Museum when we're here at home. There's some great areas for the children to go, and I've actually featured it in my video talking about winter activities to do with toddlers. A lot of cities have gardens or botanic gardens. They're usually really pretty and a great combination of outdoor and sometimes indoor with a cafe, or you could take your picnic. Thank you for watching. I hope you found these tips useful. As you can see, some of these tips can be combined, going to a garden which has a playground and taking a picnic, and before you know it, you've got an affordable full day activity to do with toddlers when you're on holiday. Sometimes investing in those really expensive activities are well worth it. And sometimes you just need a few days, a little bit quieter, and often, you know what? Sometimes the kids remember the smaller activities that you put less work into. I post every Friday. I've got loads of content coming from my UK trips, so keep an eye out because there's 1 to 2 videos a week going out at the moment, and I'll see you in my next video.